Hello, my name is Carl Engwall, and the purpose of this research video is to analyze the relationship between democratic states and their alliances. The democratic peace theory states that established democracies are hesitant to engage in conflict with other democracies. Furthermore, it explains that democracies are prone to form alliances with other democracies rather than non-democratic states. This theory is important because it provides insight into potential alliances while also providing information to predict who might be an enemy. Barbara Farnham, a professor at Columbia University, attributes this to governments acting in the interest of those they represent, saying democratic leaders are accountable and fear punishment from voters if a military enterprise fails, or even if they are forced to back down in a crisis. Therefore, they are better able to signal commitment when they do intend to fight. Thus, if governments are hesitant to engage in war because of a responsibility to voters and the possible repercussions of a failed conflict, and the difficulty and cost of mobilization, then we should expect to see that democracies are more likely to form alliances with other democracies rather than non-democratic states. To test this hypothesis, 21 countries from Eastern Europe, the Middle East, and South Asia were tested against each other. The countries were tested on whether or not they are a democratic state and if those democratic states are allies with other democracies. They were also tested to see if they have allies who are not democratic. The results showed that out of the countries which identified as democratic, 11 were allies and only 2 were not. The countries who did not recognize as democratic showed that 10 were allies and 19 were not. After calculating a chi-square value of 9.024, we were able to find our p-value of 0.003. Because our p-value was less than 0.005, we can determine the pattern we found using the chi-square value was most likely not an accident. Therefore, we can conclude that the democratic states will choose to form alliances with other democracies rather than to agree to alliances with non-democratic states.